All right, we were just sitting here talking. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
We were talking and talking, and we should have hit the button. Well, as you saw by the thumbnail, probably the lovely thumbnail with Ollie himself from Ollie's Bargain
Love it.
Outlet that Reed put together. Today is my birthday. Yes, it's 420.
Happy
Thank you. I see a lot
birthday.
of happy birthdays in the chat. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us and being here for it. I really appreciate it. And, I didn't want to cancel the show. I want to hang out with my friends in the chat. I want to hang out with
Yes.
Mary. And also,
Yes.
tomorrow is Mary's birthday. So happy birthday, Mary.
Thank you. It's true. And how about that, right? It's like we were meant to become friends. I mean, our birthdays are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
Meant
think
to
when we
be.
found that out, we were like, what's happening?
I know. What are the
It was great.
chances?
It was great. Well, I got to pull up Richard because as last
Aw.
time, he was in the chat many hours ago
Right.
saying happy birthday.
He
He
did it
left that
again.
message. Yeah, he did it again. So that's so lovely. Thank you, Richard. I hope you
Thank
get
you,
all the books
Rich.
you could ever wish for, or at least some of them. That's very sweet. Very sweet.
Very kind.
And thank you, James.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
And thank you, Mara.
Mara is now we're like best friends now. We follow each other on Instagram.
Love that.
I mean, that's
that is true friends. Did not mean to send the eggplant emoji, but here we are.
Mara, I saw
So
that.
funny.
I was like, well, maybe it's like a,
Was that your most recent emojis? Is that why? That's great, though. Thank you, Marcelo.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah, Mary's is tomorrow. Yep.
Thank you, Marcelo.
And thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan's here. My goodness.
Yeah, it's famous. Thanks for all the motivation to read because of you guys. I set some prose rating goals this year, working my way through.
Nice.
That is awesome to hear. Thank you for sharing that. In fact, I'd love to know what prose you've read this year.
I was going to ask that same thing. And now we want to know.
Yeah, we got to know.
We're nosy like that.
Hate on her beat it. Yeah, I just told Mary, I was like, oh, my dad just texted me. Okay, Jess. Which is hilarious. So
yeah, that was a good one.
We were just sitting here talking. It was a thing. We were talking about haircuts. It's fine.
Yeah, it's being us is hard sometimes. When you have short hair, you have to get it cut all the time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But it's great. You get a birthday. You get a birthday. Everybody gets a birthday.
Awesome.
Very funny, Jessica. Happy birthday for yesterday, or I guess it's still today for you.
Oh, right, Hayden.
But happy birthday today now for me, you too. Okay. Oh, wow. Confused by time zones. Me too, Hayden. Hayden, is it Friday there then? Is that what's happening? Love
Thank
that.
you, Hayden.
Thanks, Scott Stapp, for being here.
Hey, Scott.
Happy birthday, Kristan and Mary. Wishing special days to special people. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Love that. Which reminds me, I need to send this link to my friend Rosie. She was like, you need to send me the link.
Rosie.
And Crazed is here. Okay. Happy birthday, Kristan. Happy birthday. Is that a cat?
No. But you look at emojis and all you look at things, you see cats in them.
No, the avatar. That's a cat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were like, no, you're so bad at things.
I'm jumping on the birthday girl. No, I thought you were looking at the emojis. Sorry. I it's been a day.
Okay. It's okay. I get it. I totally get it. Hello, Mike. Thank you. What's on the B-Day menu? Well, Mary, you already ate, didn't you?
I did. I made some like crazy looking omelet quickly when I got home from work, and that'll have to do for now.
Well, that sounds nice. Reed is making us pasta for after the show. So
nice.
So he was like, don't go 3 hours because we'll be eating very late.
That's fair.
Which is fair. Okay. It's 12:37 a.m. And I'm even more confused because I may or may not have partaken. Oh, and 4:20. Yeah. That will make you confused. Yeah.
Like it. Hayden is.
Larry, don't tell on me.
Nice.
Love that. Well, yep. Of course, all my life I've gotten the 420 jokes. What are you doing on your birthday? Which for me is extra just kind of funny, I guess, because I've never done that in my life. So
right.
Here we are, But it at least there is a birthday, a famous birthday on this day. And I will say, I think I made this day a little better than he did. Okay,
I think you did too.
I feel like that's fair.
Very, very fair.
So there's that.
There
But
has to be like, yeah, there has to be another celebrity that has the same birthday that you like.
I need to find that out.
There has to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, that's just, again, kids at school growing up. That's what it's funny. At my workplace, I found out during our meeting in the morning that there's another birthday. So I reached out to her after the meeting through email, and I was just like, "Hey, I heard we're birthday twins," because she wasn't in the meeting,
Mhm.
and I just told her I hope she has a great day and everything. And she replied to me, and she's like, "Oh, what? That's hope you do too." And then she's like, "We have a triplet." And I was
What?
like, "Oh, I know, I sure do."
Oh, man.
Yes, it made me laugh though. Okay, George Sakai. There we go.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's a good one.
I like to claim on my birthday that, Robert Smith from The Cure
Ooh,
was born on my birthday, so I like
that's a
that.
good one.
I like that one a lot. That's my
That's a
favorite
really
one.
good one. Love that.
Yeah.
My favorite Blink 182 song has Robert Smith in it.
It does.
Yeah. My favorite Blink 182 album is their self titled album, which is very controversial for fans, but it is. I love it so much. I love the whole thing. And all of this is the song on there that Robert Smith did with them. And it's so
Ooh.
good. I love it so much. You should listen to it.
I was gonna say, I've never heard it. I have to
Oh,
listen.
it's great. It's great.
Nice.
Okay. Jessica Lange, Crispin Glove. Okay.
Look
I
at
didn't know
this.
that. Cool. Hope you have a better dinner than eggs for your pita tomorrow, Mary.
Mike, don't worry about it because Kim is taking me to one of my favorite places, and I will be having definitely something better than an omelet.
And I'm very excited because I'm getting Thai food with Reed's family
Oh,
tomorrow
nice,
at my
nice.
favorite Thai food place I haven't been to all year. It's probably been like maybe a year actually since I've been there. It's out of
Yeah.
town. I'm so excited.
It's funny, I only have Thai with, like, certain friends of mine. Kim doesn't like it,
Mm.
and I only have a couple friends that really enjoy it. So when I have it, it is just so good, right?
The best. Yeah, Reed doesn't love it either, but he's
He
gonna go
doesn't.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larry, you love The Cure. We're going to see them, I think in June. Whenever they come to the Garden, we're going to see them. So
Did you tell me you got tickets to that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Kim kind of not surprised me with them, but she like came in like all like frazzled with her phone in her hand. She's like, "Should I get these Cure tickets?" I'm like, "I'm always going to say yes if you ask me something like that." So yes, get them. But they did a whole
That's
thing.
awesome.
Yeah, Robert Smith was like doing his best for him and the band to try to like eliminate some scalping. So there was this whole like registration thing that you had to do. So we got tickets like we're not sitting up close, but it reminds me of like back in the day where you could get into a concert, at a big arena like that for I think she got them for like under maybe $100 a piece, which
Mhm.
is like a miracle in New York
Oh my
City.
gosh.
Probably anywhere, but specifically in New York City. So,
Well, and was it Ticketmaster, I assume?
I'm not sure if it was ticket. I
Okay.
think but
'Cause
they did something where they made it very difficult for like scalpers to try to get tickets. I'm sure they still did, but I appreciate the attempt.
Yeah, for sure. I remember reading that article when those tickets dropped. That's why I was like,
Oh, you
wait, I
did?
don't think I heard about. Yeah, because like it
Okay.
was like everywhere where Robert Smith was like, yeah, we don't want this to happen. We want
Yeah.
like our fans to be able to go,
Yeah.
and that's awesome. Yeah, you'll have to tell me how it goes for sure.
Absolutely. Don't get me going. I just saw Depeche Mode and I can't stop talking about it. So good.
Love that.
Thank you.
Also, Joey Lawrence, if you're a Blossom fan,
Oh.
I love the Lawrence brothers. Let's talk about this.
Oh.
When I when I was a kid, I loved the Lawrence brothers, but I don't know Joey from Blossom, although I'm familiar with it.
Mhm.
I knew Joey from Brotherly Love, which he
Oh.
was in with his siblings. And
Okay.
my favorite Lawrence brother was the youngest, Andy. Not that anybody needs to know, but here we are. My dad's stoked about it.
If Larry lived around here, I have a feeling he would be going to some concerts with me and Kim.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Ty's the best if you're ever in town. I know a place. Yes, please. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go. Mara talked about maybe going to Heroes Con. So
Really?
we could
Okay.
all say hey if that's the case.
Love it.
Happy birthday, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we are giving you ×2 views right now. Your mom is watching via Roku. Well, I have my headphones on the PC. You guys are so weird. Why are you not in a room together watching?
They're doing their own thing. You know, it's important. It's important.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm going. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, definitely hit me up. We'll all do something.
Very cool.
That'll be very fun.
You know, if you want, you could help us get signatures for Larry.
That's so true. We're all on a mission to get my dad autographs. So, oh boy, yeah. He told me that list, and it is long. It's a long list. Same room, but two different audio receivers. Okay, interesting. Weird, but interesting. I have a surprise.
Oh, maybe I do too.
What?
I don't know if I really do. It's like
Well,
it's like a half surprise because I think I told you I bought something.
okay. You know what? Tell me. You tell me yours.
No, you go first. It's your birthday.
Okay. Well, I was just going to tell you how many books I'd read.
Oh, that's a surprise.
That was, well, sometimes it is, right? But then I was like, oh, I could show some books I got, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Also, Reed wants me to show this, and I do want it to show everybody because it is very exciting. Tomorrow's record store day, as many people may know if you're into vinyl. And Reed did.
Isn't it Saturday?
Oh my gosh, I keep thinking it's Friday. I keep thinking it's Friday. Saturday is record store day. Yes. Oh, I don't know why I keep doing that.
I was doing that at work all day today.
And I did it in our conversation earlier. I did the same thing, and you were like, that's not right. Okay.
And I just had that same panicked feeling again. Because I'm like, oh, am I going? Am I going to participate? I don't know. I didn't decide. It's tomorrow. Oh, no, it's Saturday.
I'm most stoked about. Have you looked at the list? Should we open it up?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, we could. You want to?
I kind of want to, but
all right, hold on.
All right.
You don't want to? You kind of want to, but you don't want to.
I do want to because I know Duran Duran's on there. Every record store day, I complain. Every time I complain to you, like they're not going to have what I want. Mm-hmm. Every time I go, I get what I want. Last time they fed me free coffee and donuts while I was in line.
Which is amazing.
I met I don't know why I'm saying little, met some friends in line.
Some little friends.
Little friends. And the owner of the record shop, he's just like starting to get to know my face a bit because I don't go there all the time. I only go there for record store day because they tend to have more of the releases. Mm-hmm. So now when I show up, he's like, I knew you'd be back because Duran Duran's on the list.
I love that. Okay.
Oh, I can't see.
Is it too tiny?
I don't know. Well, it's probably a me issue. I don't think it's...
I could download the PDF. I don't know how much bigger that'll be. Is it better? Hold on. Let's make it bigger. Is this better?
Maybe the chat. Oh, whoa. That's better.
Okay. Yeah.
If I can't see that, there's an issue, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go down one. Okay. Yeah. Let us know in the chat, and I can't read the chat right now. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
They're like, we're here to talk about reading.
Yeah, well, we have other interests, I guess. We will get to that, of course, absolutely. But so E means exclusive release. Okay, I'm looking at the key.
Kristan, what does L mean?
L means limited run / regional focus release. F means record store day first release. Okay, do you get it?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know what best way to do this other than maybe yell if you like something.
Let's just shout things.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I see anybody in the chat say they, if they mention anybody, oh, I like Chet Baker, but I don't need any like exclusive record store day stuff from him. But I do like Chet Baker.
Okay. I feel like Reed would be interested in this Agnostic Front album, but I'm not interested in anything so far.
Where's Lethal? Because Lethal will probably shout out things Reed might like, right?
That's true. Yeah, Lethal Lucha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I like some Beach House, but I don't care about a first record store day release. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
care. I don't care about those.
Oh, my glasses.
I know Reed wants this Frank Black album, this live album. So that's cool for him.
Nice.
Let's see. I know, dead air. I'm just like,
Sorry.
here's the cure.
We're being we're being so selfish right now. We're like,
It's yeah, we are. Cure remaster exclusive. You think about that?
nah, because I
No.
have this weird thing, like, I have certain categories that I buy in vinyl. It's like, if I listen to it originally on vinyl, then I tend to want it. If I didn't
Mm.
have it, does that make sense? Um,
For you?
for you, you're like, makes no sense. And then I tend to like any kind of jazz. I love listening to jazz on vinyl.
Okay. No, that's
Um,
cool.
then I have just certain bands, but oh, there's a Duran Duran. I see
There you
it.
go. You have to. You have to do it. Oh, okay. I'm highlighting everything. I kind of want this Donna's album, but I don't care about a first record store day release.
Yeah. Oh, Hayden. Well, Chris, thank you. He told us that it looks good. So it
Okay,
looks good
good.
here. And Hayden said, "Oh, Doctor Who."
I saw that and I was about to shout Hayden out for that. But it's a first
Uh,
release. Again, it's not, exclusive.
I see a Fleetwood Mac.
It's a
Oh, it's a
single
single.
though.
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I want this Generation X album. I do.
Nice.
Are you familiar?
I don't think so.
It's Billy Idol's band that he had before he was Billy Idol.
Oh, cool.
I think before. They
Okay.
did Kiss Me Deadly and yeah.
Something something Days of Sand.
What?
I think that's a reference to me claiming that I was going to read that. The Donnas. Mara likes the Donnas.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I haven't listened to them in a while, but that single collection looks cool for sure.
Chris said, "Do they sometimes have repeats because the old Dirty Bastard I thought came out a couple years ago?"
Sometimes they reissue, especially with vinyl if it's been out of pressing,
Yeah.
not out of print, I guess, but they'll repress it or reissue it or remaster it, or they'll come out with a new release and add songs. Like there's a lot of options there. I know if my dad cared about vinyl, he'd be into this BB King record.
Your dad's telling he likes Maya Hawke is on there. Love her stuff.
Yeah, well, it's a 7-inch, but yeah. Yeah, she's Maya Hawke from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I appreciate you thinking that I'll know anybody's real name from Stranger Things.
Why can't I think of her character name?
I
Steve's
can't help.
friend?
Oh,
who works
okay.
at the place?
Yeah.
I can't think of her name right now.
Steve's friend. I'm afraid to spoil anything. Like legit friend that works at the video store? Is it a video store?
It's the ice cream place.
Okay.
And she helped with like the translation of the Russian stuff.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm just like, I can't see the chat. I can't see you. I can't see me. And I can't Google anything because I'm on this page. So I'm just like, what is her name? And I don't have resources.
All right. I'm just shouting out some BB King. There's interest in BB King.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Macho Man. Is there really a Macho Man listing?
Macho Man Randy Savage right here. Be a man. That's funny.
Robin. There's interest in Robin.
Oh man, is a Robin on here? I'm interested in that too. Kitty's funny to me because I am not familiar with that band. I don't think I would like that band. They're metal. I'm just not. I'm like, whatever. But someone in Kitty was on a Big Brother season I watched. So
oh boy.
Like, I know
Look
that
out. James says Robin Buckley.
Oh, okay. Not like Robin.
Oh, look at this. Hayden comes through. He says, "You're both right. It's an ice cream place in season 3 and a video store in season 4.
That's right. You're right. I forgot about that.
And Mara's completely laughing because she said, "No, Robin is the character's name."
Not Robin the musician. Okay.
Not at all.
I was like, Robin, call your girlfriend. I want that. That's hilarious. Okay, you're right. Yeah, Robin. Oh
Uh,
boy. Madonna
yeah,
here.
I
What do you
saw it. I saw it. I saw.
what do you think?
I, I I'm I'm my vinyl capacity is it's like the next time I buy like one more record, I need to come up with another storage solution, and
Mm,
it's a real issue. But
okay.
but I struggle. I don't know. It's
Okay.
just you know what it reminds me of? You know when you talk about like when books go out of print, they're always going to
Yeah.
come back. I know that's not the case with Record Store Day, but I know with Record Store Day I'm just buying into the frenzy.
Mm. Yeah, but
It's a
I
little
guess
bit different.
it's different in the sense that like the cool part is you're supporting that local record store, right?
I
And
know.
honestly, I think a lot of our record stores that we still have around are only around. No, okay, that's dramatic, right? They maybe wouldn't be around if they didn't have a record store day, right? Because like it really does bring in so much revenue and interest to a record store, you know? A lot of people
Yeah.
only go like the one day. I don't know. There's positives. I get what you mean though. Certainly.
um, Larry says, I like some London Grammar. They're on there too. Larry, London Grammar
Okay.
is so great. Great taste.
I don't know. I don't know things.
Charlie Parker. I like Charlie Parker. Oh, see?
You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. And my favorite release on here is right here. This Our Lady Peace collection.
Oh,
I am so excited. I want it so bad. I know my local store got it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. I don't know how many they got, but I love Our Lady Peace so much. So much.
nice. Oh, look, Peppa Pig has a release.
Oh my gosh. We should get it. Oh my gosh, pigeons playing ping pong.
Oh my
I
god.
don't I don't know what that is, but that sounds great.
My favorite one is pigeons playing table tennis 2. Did you ever hear that one? Hayden
That's
said,
great.
Am I high or does that say Peppa Pig the album?" Well, Hayden, I think you are high, but
And
it says that.
additionally, all right. I know Reed's definitely getting this Pixies album. He loves live albums. He loves the Pixies.
Nice.
And I really want this Pogues album because I love the Pogues and I love B sides.
Wow. Well, you know what? Now, are you going to try to get all these or are you going to limit yourself?
Well, so far, I really just want like two,
That's not
which
bad.
is, yeah. I mean, Our Lady Peace, 100% like in my number one choice,
Nice.
and I want this Pogues album.
Chris says PM Dawn. Nice. Larry, Pixies, Ramones, the Pogues.
Yeah,
I'm sur- I'm surprised Larry doesn't collect vinyl. It seems like something he might like.
always hated vinyl. Been very anti-vinyl all my life. He has been.
Maybe because
So,
the sound quality is so varied, I guess.
well, but you know, if you get new vinyl, it's perfect, right? I mean,
Yeah, but sometimes I've what did I get recently? I'm sure I complained to you about it. I bought something brand new and the sound just blows on it. It's awful.
well, I mean, you can get bad pressings. I mean, that's
Yeah.
fair, I guess. Um, I don't care about a lot of this. I do want this. I do want the Taylor Swift album, guys. I want the Folklore Long Pond studio sessions. I want it. Now, will I get it? I don't know because every year Taylor Swift stuff, people go crazy. You know
It
how it
is
goes.
it is amazing.
It's wild, and it's kind of great though, right? Because you get to see like, I know last year when he redid Record Store Day, the first people in line were
Yeah.
Swifties,
Yeah.
and that's kind of really cool, right? Because she is getting
Yeah.
people in these stores that maybe
Totally.
wouldn't otherwise be there, you know?
All right, Larry's saying to you, hate is a strong word.
Uh,
Oh,
you've
oh.
said it.
Okay. And then he said, just hard to deal with cleaning, keep cleaning the needles and all that.
You don't have to always do that though. I can't remember the last time I cleaned my needle.
Then Hayden says, why the vinyl beef?
Yeah.
Larry's excited about T Rex. And look who's here. Spinelli Speaks, aka Danny, wishing us happy birthdays. Thanks, Danny.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm stopping it.
Okay, okay.
I want to
That
be
was
able to
fun, though.
see now. But yeah, really, I just want the two the most. I want Our Lady Peace the most, though.
Good. I hope you get it. By the
Did I
way,
miss everyone?
I'm realizing I'm like dressed like a Jawa tonight. I'm very like
Oh, wow, that's hilarious.
just notice that.
I love that so much. Um, okay, I missed something really important, which was
Oh, I
Jessica's
missed that
comment
too.
of knowing someone's favorite Lawrence brother is actually essential information. Also, knowing if they were a Mary Kate or an Ashley, I was absolutely a Mary Kate. Is anyone surprised? Probably not, if you know what that means. That's so funny, Jessica. There's more than one? Okay, yeah, Hayden. Okay, so Matt Lawrence was on Boy Meets World, so everybody should know that. Andy, I think, stopped acting for a little bit and kind of came back. So you may not know Andy as much, but he was my
I
favorite.
feel like what do you know offhand what years those shows were on? Because I didn't really I don't know those shows, so I have a feeling it's connected to like possibly when I was maybe in college and like just starting to go out a lot.
Brotherly Love was on 1995 to 1997.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That lines up well.
And I loved it so much.
Very
I did.
nice.
My dad's excited Mara was recruited into the Holy Comic Book Quest. Take all my money. Record Store Day. Mara knows what's up. Yeah, that didn't really happen, Dad, but it's fine. Did I miss anything else?
I'm glad you saw those because I didn't start paying attention until you
Yeah.
kind of said like,
No,
guess what? I can't see anything while I screen share.
no, you better. I'm just to the part where everybody's like, Robin, Robin, it's Robin.
They're like, you dopes. It's not Robin the singer.
So funny. Love that. Okay. All right. Happy birthdays. Yeah, you just said that much. Thank you again.
Thanks, Danny.
The large art of the vinyl sleeves can't be beat, though.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
sure, in any other format. It's so true. I'll 100% be there for Orchestra Day 2025 if they do Wicked the Musical, the movie, the soundtrack. That's wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what Boy Meets World was out. I'm sorry, I thought you meant Brotherly Love. Did you mean Boy Meets World?
I kind of meant both. Like, weren't they on it around the same time or no?
Well, but Brotherly Love was around for like 3 years, but Boy Meets World had a run. You know?
Okay.
But that makes sense. I was 5 when Boy Meets World went off air. Listen, Hayden, we get it. You're young. Okay.
Just
but one,
rub
go
it
back
in,
and watch
Hayden.
it. Go back and watch it right now. Enjoy it. Okay. My point of all that was to show you
Yes.
this very cool Record Store Day poster that Reed did.
Sweet.
Which has a line of people waiting in line outside.
I gotta tell you, that's what it feels like.
You know, maybe I should make this big.
Do it.
There you go. Yeah.
I love it.
I thought it was really cool. And he snuck Oliver Tree in.
Wait, let me find him.
Oh, you want to find him? Or he's right there.
Oh, I see. Once I saw that hair, I would have.
Yeah, it's the hair,
yeah.
which, you know, I love. So
nice. I
anyway,
love that.
Very cool. Very cool.
By the way, can you hear a horn? There is somebody outside laying on their horn, and I'm going to go out there and beat them. Not really. I'm not a violent person.
It's dramatic, but I love it.
I would go out there and give him a really dirty look.
That's right. And do the finger. Okay, Hayden has a great question. Do I go back and watch Boy Meets World or Bones first? You watched Bones first? Because I know you already started it. Okay? Stay with Bones. But one day you should go back and watch Boy Meets World. What would Jason be picking up? What a great question.
Ooh, that's a fun game.
What a great question. So yes, what's going on there? I could kind of hear it, Mary.
No. Chris, I'm sorry.
Chris, you must have better ears than me. I just didn't happen for me.
You know what? I think I'm going to close I have the sliding glass door.
That's what they're doing. They're wishing you a happy birthday.
Wait, maybe the presents are out there that have arrived that I need to pick up.
Ooh.
I'm just going to close the sliding glass door.
Yeah, go for it.
I think that'll help a lot. Oh, man, they're laying on the horn now.
Bones first, Mara. You know what's up. Boy Meets World first. Well, we're all fighting. Take us along. We like violence. I believe she took her headphones off, but love that. Mara, I know you watch Bones, but like, did you watch all of Bones? Because we're on season 8? Question mark. Okay, there's stuff going on. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, I have a lot of feelings about things right now in Bones. And my hair, which I'm cutting tomorrow, and I'm very excited. What is going on?
Season 7.
Oh, we're in season 7. I got a correction from Reed. Sorry about that. I need to rewatch fully. Okay, so you did watch the whole thing. I watched a ton of it when it came out, but I didn't see like the later seasons. So there's stuff going on I don't remember right now. Mary, give them the business. Either way, both shows are on Disney Plus here. Well, that's wonderful news, Hayden. Here's the thing, Hayden. I'm excited for you to watch Boy Meets World because ultimately I'm excited for you to get to Girl Meets World. And that is also a hot take.
Guys, neighbors are like screaming at them. Seriously.
Was that you yelling or someone else?
No, neighbors. I opened the door.
Because I was like, what is that?
People were screaming. People like...
We heard it.
Yeah.
We heard it.
Sorry, I should have turned the mic off.
No, that's okay.
I got scared.
What is going on?
I don't know.
So they're screaming at the horns.
Yeah, like, because we face the courtyard. So people are coming out and like screaming. And guess what? The honking stopped. Anyway, sorry everyone. I'm very disruptive.
We'll text you as I start again. Play by play. Mara, I think you're joking, but I want that. So don't joke about it. Like I definitely want that. Oh my gosh, my hair is bothering me so much tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm that person now. But as Mary and I were talking about for like 5 minutes before we went on, we're getting a haircut soon. We're very excited about it. This is the best reality show. That was quite dramatic. Like everything went dark, but we could still hear. Then we heard screaming, which Chris thought was you giving them the business.
No. Chris,
and I was like, is she yelling?
Chris, I could talk a good game, but I am a chicken. I'm like, really?
Someone else was already yelling about it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I think I know, I might as well just finish the story. But when you pull into our complex, there's a circle. I have a feeling somebody is parked and someone can't get around or something. It has to do with that little entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Got to get Judge Judy out here, right? I'm fully invested in Horngate 2023.
I love it.
Was that the famous New York Justice in Action or something?
Oh my God, something.
Mary's not even in New York.
Close, but
yeah.
Girl
Meets World was great. I wish I had more seasons. James, I knew we were friends for a reason. I love Girl Meets World so much. I'm very serious. I will text you for hours. Mara, I welcome it. Thank you. Please. Whose dog was barking?
Oh, that was Alexander.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like him. I said dog barking, okay. Yeah, he was just mad about the horn, right?
Yeah, and then he heard people yelling, so he's fine now. He's looking out the window now, trying to... Maybe he'll give us an update.
He's being the Kravitz of the neighborhood, right? That's so funny. Let's see. Well, should I show something I got? Maybe.
Sure.
I think I'm going to show this thing I got because I thought it was very cool and unexpected, and I didn't ask for it. So, love that.
Is it is this a birthday?
This is a birthday gift. Yeah. I mean, I could show a haul, but yeah, this is from my parents actually.
Ooh.
And I'm knocking everything over already. Wow. So this is the Art of DuckTales book.
It's gorgeous.
It's in a nice slipcase.
Nice.
It's actually 2 books in one, which we love, right? And it's a nice oversized like hardcover, which is beautiful. And there's paperback in here, which has like extra, like it's a guidebook to like the show, which is cool. We like that.
Very cool.
But this, we love the Gilded Edges, which is beautiful in gold in Scrooge's honor, I'm sure. I think there's also like coins somewhere in here. Maybe it's the other one. There's coins somewhere. But yeah, it has like a lot of the art process from like the animated series, the newest
Very
one
cool.
with David Tennant. But yeah, super cool. It's just so pretty. How
So
pretty it
nice.
is.
Like so well made. Who put that out?
I believe it's Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse.
Nice.
And just a really nice slipcase too. So that was really neat and unexpected. It's something I'd
Cool.
like looked at before, but I didn't even like put on my list. So nice job, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's a
And Mom, of course.
great find.
I say Dad because you're in the chat. So, oh no, just knocking stuff over. Did you hear that?
No, was it a beverage? I hope not.
I actually just knocked over this, which I also got for my birthday, which is a little Darkwing Duck, which I love.
Very cool.
So he's fine though. It's fine, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna like knock things over if I hit that. What else? Let's see. Oh, I did also get again more Gilded Edges here. This Snow Angels Library Edition.
Very nice.
Of course, by Jeff Lemire. And the sides are like, you know what? Let's open it. Let's open it. It's too
Ooh.
shiny. Let's open it. There's a ribbon. There's black edges. We love that. Don't you love Gilded Edge? I'm not sure there's anything better than Gilded Edges in a ribbon.
I do.
know?
I know recently I revealed my thoughts on ribbons, but I do love Gilded.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do love Gilded Edges, though.
You can
I
get
do.
behind some Gilded Edge. You know, this is kind of like, you can't tell, I'm sure, but it's a little shiny, like not glittery, but I don't know.
You could see it at that
You can?
angle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. So we love that.
Nice.
But yeah, and you know, Dark Horse Library Edition's like the best. So
Sweet.
looking forward to that.
And you haven't read that yet, right?
I read season 1, so there's 2 seasons.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I gotta tell you, was not the biggest fan of season 1. Like, I didn't
Really?
hate it. I was just like, this is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking again. I read it when it was coming out in issues on Comixology because it originally came out on Comixology
right.
Unlimited as an exclusive. So I'm thinking everything together.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like it more. Also, it's beautiful, so I wanted it.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
Sometimes it does
that.
make for a different reading experience, right? When you can read it all the way through.
Yeah, and I think about like Nice House on the Lake,
Mm-hmm.
which I read volume 1 and I loved. I read volume 2 and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Don't love it. So had I read all that together and like the hardcover that's now coming out, I would have felt differently about it, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so it could go either way, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I don't know.
Chris gets it. I will give it to them in my head, but avoid saying anything even when needed.
Yeah, I'm super tough when it's just up here.
Yeah. Oh, my dad's admitting your mom found that cool fancy book. Thank you,
Ooh.
Mom.
Nice.
Is that Duck Sale still going, or is David Tennant too busy in every show? I don't think it is still going. I need to finish it, but yep, there we go. Ended in 2021. Does Dark Horse make the highest quality hardcovers or what? Especially when you factor in price point. Yeah, I mean they're absolutely the best for the price point, and maybe quality too. Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah. How do they do it that way? Like, why don't the others do it that way?
It's a great question. Great question. Okay, I did mention. No, you know what? You had a surprise. I want to see your surprise first.
Oh, this is non-book related. I'm sure everyone's shocked. So I know we've been joking around how Kristan's like trying to reel me in, make me play games, you know?
Yeah.
We all knew it would happen. Eventually I would cave.
We all hoped.
We knew it would happen. Come on. First it was the fountain pens. Then you moved on to games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I told you that I was going to order this, but it arrived. So I ordered Sequoia.
Love that. Love that. Never played it, but looks really fun.
It looks really fun. It looks simple. They promote that it only takes about 10 minutes per game. And you're basically, you roll some dice and then you're trying to build the highest tree, like the tallest tree. So whoever does that first wins. So I think I can get Kim to play this. The whole 10-minute thing will reel her in just a little bit. But she did make me laugh. She goes, "What's with you and all the games lately?" And I said, "Talk to Kristan." because I ended
Love
up
that.
I don't think I told you this, but I ended up ordering some because my mom said just order a couple things that you'd like for your birthday. So I got like Uno.
Nice.
Did you ever play Racco?
I don't know that. No.
I'll have to show you. I think you might like it. These are all card games.
Mhm.
Because I know Kim will play Uno. Like everybody likes Uno, right?
Yeah. Most of
Racco's pretty fun. You just like try to get a sequence of cards like in a row, like numerically.
Okay.
I remember playing that in high school with one of my best friends' family. We used to play that. So I got a couple games like that that came in. So that's what made her say, like, what's going on with you in all these games?
I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Wait, did Mary buy Schitt's Creek complete series on DVD?
Can you imagine if that's what I
That
held
would
up?
be hilarious.
You wouldn't believe me.
I should have grabbed my mom actually got me a Schitt's Creek Uno
Oh,
in your honor. She gave it to me. She's like, "Here, show that to Mary because she likes Uno, but it's Schitt's Creek." And I was like, "So funny. I will bring that to Heroes Con."
now wait, you see? I think you get this from your mom now. I'm realizing. Your mom's trying to figure out ways to make me get into games. Or in that case, to get me to watch a show you want me to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna have to bring some games to Heroes Con. Oh, here it is. Reed just ran in here with it. Here it is.
I'll play that.
I mean, you're not gonna understand any of the characters.
Well, I know how to play Uno.
I know. I'm just saying, how great would it be if you could just. Everybody loves Uno, though. You're right.
Yeah,
Uno's great.
Yeah. So that was it. That was my little surprise.
We love to see it. Well, I love that surprise. Love it.
Yeah.
And you maybe got another game today from me. So.
Wait, that's for later.
Oh, I said maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
nobody knows about it.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, should we go right to reads then?
Maybe we should start talking about books.
Yeah, we should. We should talk about books. May I tell you though, because I did mention how it's a surprise how many I read. You want to guess?
I'm assuming that means you read more than you normally have been reading, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to guess 5.
9.
What do you read? Remember last week Reed had like
I
a
know.
stack of books?
Yeah. What I gotta say, a lot of them are small. So is it a feat?
Okay.
I don't know. But I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. And there's only like one library book among the bunch. And the rest were stuff in my collection.
Oh, I'm going to ask when you talk about them, you have to tell us if you're going to keep them or if they're going.
That should be a thing we do all the time. I'm in.
Okay.
Let's do it. Should I start then?
Go for it.
To start? Okay.
Yeah.
Book Learning. This is a Pie Comics collection. So it's a little square book. Lion Forge put this out. I actually got this at Heroes Con for very cheap.
Nice.
And there are these little cute little line drawings, little kind of comic strippy kind of, book collection. Some of them I enjoyed. For the most part, though, I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
It's not, I think ultimately, let's see, what did I give it on Goodreads? You ever do that where you're like, I don't know what I gave it?
All the time.
I know you do.
Most times you correct me. You're like,
so funny.
Hello.
You know what? I didn't rate it. How did that happen? You know what? I've been rating stuff on Goodreads lately and it hasn't stuck.
Oh.
So I think that's what's happening. Ultimately, though, I think I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh.
I think I'm giving it a 2. Thinking back now, like it's fine. But some of them I was really annoyed by. I was like, this doesn't even 1 make sense, or 2 isn't interesting or funny.
Oh, okay.
And they were really trying. I do like the art. I think it's cute, like little line art. But I really thought I like it. Again, the cover, I thought I would like it. But I didn't love it, and that's an easy getting rid of out of my collection. So
nice.
That's something, right?
Love it.
That's something. Do you post what you read anywhere? So we both have Goodreads. You can follow us on there, friend us on there. I think it's friending, right? Friend us on there. Mara, I don't know if you have Goodreads, but if you don't, maybe you should. and then you can friend us. And then you'll see in real time what we're reading, but also I know Mary on Instagram, which I know you guys follow each other now, so you probably know Mary puts up most stuff she reads. I'm trying to get better at actually doing that all the time, but I don't always do it. But yeah, Goodreads, you will see everything that I've read. More than last time, so 1. Read will agree.
Yeah, it's funny. Whenever I see that you finished a book on Goodreads and you didn't give it a rating, I'm like, ooh, she's thinking. Like this could
that is
right?
Yeah, that's
it could go
usually
either
what
way.
it is.
Yeah, or like
Mhm.
you don't know what to say about it. And that could be well, actually it's typically a bad thing because if it was amazing, you're just going to give it 5 stars, but
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
then again, sometimes I feel like you've read stuff and you're like, it was so impactful or serious or a heavy topic, and then you really don't know how to rate it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it can go either way. Ultimately,
yeah,
like I think I have rated everything this year because I try to not rate. Double
yeah,
negative. I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
yeah.
But yeah, most of the time I do. First of all, relax. Second, I'll get it. Mara, please get it. It's not the best app ever, but it is fun, and I feel like I can't read without it now. That's dramatic, but it's true.
I'm the same way.
Especially with the reading challenge. The reading challenge, Mara, if you get on there, if you create a reading challenge, you don't even have to make it wild. You can be like, I want to
Yeah,
read 1 book this year or 5
yeah.
or something. And then it'll track everything beyond that too.
Mhm.
And it's just so convenient with the app to like go to the reading challenge. And that's what I'm doing right now just to remember what I rated things.
Yeah.
So, and it's glitchy and it has its problems. It's not the best website ever, but it is really nice to track your reading still. So,
Yeah, I mean, we joke and stuff, but I mean, it's free. It's
yeah.
it's I don't know. It's fine.
And it's fun, ultimately fun to see what your friends are reading, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I see you update something or if you put something on there that I don't know you're reading and you read it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Like, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much social media for reading.
Yeah.
And like on your like feed page, you'll see all your friends and their updates, and
Yep.
maybe they liked a review of a book or they put something on their want to read shelf.
Mhm.
You have different shelves of like things you're reading right now, things you read, and your want to read. I don't know. It's fun. But if you ever need anything explained, Mara, I got you. Hit me up. And I want to know what you read, Mary.
I'm gonna start out with my favorite read. I think I have 4.
Ooh.
I did 4, and they're all from the library, and I showed them last week. So I loved Just Roll with It. I didn't know what to expect from this book. I mean, obviously the art, I just flipped through it in the library. I thought the art was cute. I'm like, but this book ended up being, I think I joked with you this week that like, when you take stuff out from the library, like it's great because, you get to check it out. You don't pay a cent, well, maybe, I guess we pay with our taxes, right? But anyway, so I read it and you know what? I have to get a copy for myself. I loved it that much. So there's a character, Maggie, I believe is her first name. So Maggie is in school. She is dealing with OCD, and she's very into, they don't call it that, but it's Dungeons and Dragons, right? So she has one of the dice with her, and before she goes to make a lot of decisions, she actually will roll it to see if she can get like a high number to see if she should do that thing. And then she has like one of the most dear friends in her life who understands what's going on and like tries to help her. She's so kind to her. Um, and within the book, there are a couple bullies who are really not the greatest. But she has this friend that sticks by her side through and through, and she has a great support system at home. And it involves talk of possibly for her going to therapy, but she struggles with accepting that. And there's like, I won't spoil the ending, but it is anybody that may be going through a similar thing, whether it's OCD or anxiety or anything like that, I think will get something out of this book. And ultimately, you will just, you'll walk away with a huge smile on your face. And I can't stress enough and how much this book, I feel, um, the support system is what we probably all wish for in our lives. So I really highly recommend it. And I'd say do what I did. Do what I did. Try it out at the library first. I think that's like when I can. I just love to do that. I probably say that every time I even like a book that I took out from the library. And like Kristan, I know you're like the queen of supporting the library system. So I feel like this year I'm getting a bit better at it instead of just willy nilly buying things first. But yeah, highly, highly recommend. This is Random House. It's Random House Kids graphic, and it's by Veronica Argowal and Lee Durfee Lavoie.
I love that you love that so much. I've gotten that from the library. I say that sometimes because I'm like, yeah, that's a thing I picked up and definitely wanted to read and then had to take back.
Yeah.
But I love that it was so like impactful because it's one of those things where, I'm sure you picked up that cover and you looked at the art.
Oh yeah.
And did not expect that.
Nope.
Right.
Right. Look at this
in
cover.
a great way.
Yeah.
And let's show, can you show some of that art?
Of course.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, here's her like rolling the die. And like see that dragon, like that's sort of her, her what's going on in her mind, how she feels.
Love a good metaphor.
Yeah. There's good representation in this book as well. And just like even when I talked about the support system, I also mean like in her school. Not everybody, but there are certain staff members who really just get it. Yeah, like it's, like you said, when you see this art, you're not going to expect to get as much as I got out of it as a full-blown adult, So.
Yeah, and I don't mean that in like any harsh way or anything, because you and I have both read
totally get it. Yeah.
All ages stuff that is really impactful. But I mean, that's just awesome to hear, especially something that I was already interested in. So I would definitely be repicking that up at some point.
And I have to say, like, there were certain moments I was like thinking, like, just reminded me of certain things that like I should probably take care of more in my own, mental health journey, we'll say. Like from a middle grade book, like I just think
that's awesome.
That's the thing we always talk about, right? Like some people just don't get it, right? Like how much you can get out of a middle grade book. And this is like living proof.
Yeah, I think, I mean, still in this day, and especially like also in this community, I want to say like the comic community and certainly like the book community, like there are people who refuse. Yeah. They won't even go to those sections of their library. And it's like, you're missing out on like a whole other world of stuff that is so good,
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's awesome. I'll definitely pick it up. Cool. See, you guys moved on to books. Was wondering if Mary was going to get anything video game related for her birthday. Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, there's always, maybe I'll be able to report back, next show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nothing yet, Mike. Nothing yet.
This part of the show is brought to you by Goodreads. If only, James. They should sponsor me. My dad says, sounds great, Mary. I had some mostly mild OCD for a long time. I messed up some doorknobs, checking and rechecking the locks, and destroyed a combo lock once. It was worse when I was really young.
Larry, seriously, I think that's really freaking amazing that you just shared that. And honestly, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a little bit of that, exactly that, in this book. And same, I some things that I do, I was like thinking like, hey, I think this could maybe play into in my life as well. So it's thanks for sharing that. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like, it's funny, my dad's saying that, not funny, but when I was a kid, I remember like certain behaviors, kind of not like that specific stuff, but I mean, I remember going home and being like, okay, if I don't do this or that, like my parents won't come home. Like I remember having those, which is crazy. It's wild, but just like those thoughts that you can't control. Thankfully I don't feel that now, but
yeah, sometimes it takes like, whether it be like for me, it's like reading it in a book and you're like, wait a minute, it's just something you never think of, right? Like when things become a habit for you, right? Or a pattern,
totally.
You just don't think of it that way.
Yeah, there's also a great John Green book that dealt with a lot of OCD because he
Really?
has that, and he wrote it into Turtles All the Way Down, and it's a YA
Oh,
novel, but I really liked it, and that the main character had like
okay.
I think fairly severe OCD,
Really?
like certain and there's also like a mystery involved, and
Mhm.
I really enjoyed it. So if that's something like you're interested in and you want to read in other
I should read that.
forms, yeah, I really liked it.
I feel like recently didn't, I wanna say it was Batmanda said she just read that, right? Or my
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
And she liked it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I just love like that's not something I feel like is explored a lot.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's cool. I love finding, especially in YA books that have so much more to say. That's so true.
Exactly.
Lethal Lucha, you were mentioned earlier.
Lethal.
You were like lethal, and I was like, what? And then you're like, oh, right,
Yeah,
Lethal Lucha.
we were looking at, Record Store Day releases, and I said if Lethal was here, he would probably be highlighting stuff that Reed might like.
Yeah, absolutely. So love that. Love that. You found something that great from the library, as always.
Thanks. Thanks.
This was also something I got for my birthday from my parents, and I've already read it. How great is that?
Look at you.
A new thing in my house that I already read? Does that ever happen? But I mean, of course, I had to. It's Night of the Living Cat, Volume 2.
Nice.
So the cat is a harsh mistress.
Ooh.
I've talked about this manga before, but to recap, I mean, I can't really tell you what happens in Volume 2 necessarily, but it's more stuff going on. But basically, they're in a city. It's overrun by, like it says in the back, adorable, fluffy disease vectors that used to be human, and they want cuddles.
Amazing.
So, yeah, all these cats of the world were infected with this virus that if you pet them, you turn into a cat. So all the humans are like, oh, we've got to resist. And it's so funny. Like, it's so entertaining and ridiculous. And the art is like really
Wow.
yeah, it's like it's kind of like not a shonen, but like some kind of battle manga. It reminds me of that kind of art, because it's way more like quote unquote serious than you think it would be as far as the art goes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so entertaining. I loved it so much. I love this volume 2 as well, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest. Like, it's
Nice.
ridiculous, but if you like cats at all and you like honestly like Night of the Living Dead kind of stories, that truly is what it is, Night of the Living Cat. I gave this 5 stars. It's wonderful,
Awesome.
and I love it, and it's goofy fun, but also like weirdly serious and kind of like, wow, what if this happened? Like, it did make me think, wow, I would, because there are moments where like these big burly men are like running down an alley or something to get away from some cats, and then like a group of cats like comes in front of them, right? And they're like, oh no, we have to resist. I want to play with them, but I have to go because I don't want to turn into a cat. Like, it's ridiculous. But so funny, and also probably what would happen, right?
Yeah,
like
you would be a cat, let's face it.
exactly, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can't resist, okay. So it's a blast.
Nice.
Mara, please read it. It's ridiculous in the best way. Love it. Oh, no balls in our face this time, like the last cover. Thank you. Yeah, the first cover had a cat like on its back with all the balls out. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
But it's a good time though. Oh, I've got so many suggestions. But mainly I stopped by to tell you gals about this comic I'm reading called The Great
Oh.
British Bump Off. It's great. John Allison, absolutely.
Oh.
I love John Allison. There's some original John Allison art back there somewhere. Love him so much. I'm so excited for that, but I haven't read it yet because it's only out in like a single right now. So yeah, like the first one came out. So I'm waiting for the collection, but I am very excited. And honestly, if I go to a comic shop when I go out of town on Monday, I may have to just get it. I may have to be that person. So
That's fun. You should.
yeah, treat myself.
You should. All right. Am I up next?
Yeah.
Okay. Second book. I'm hesitating because I'm trying to remember what I rated it, but that's not what's important. I finished Frizzy. This book, this is First Second, written by Clarabelle A. Ortega and art by Rosie Bosamra. Probably messing up that last name. Sorry. This book was had me very upset in moments, which was supposed to, right? Basically, this young girl, her mother, for some solid reasons, her intent, I'll say, is good and pure, and you find out what that is. But her mother encourages her and basically puts these thoughts in her head that she has to straighten her hair to appear more attractive, and all these different things. She makes her go to the salon every weekend to straighten her hair. But I'm sorry, I don't remember. I'm having a blackout moment where her name's Marlene. So this is Marlene on the cover. And personally, I think her hair is beautiful. Very cool that way.
Yeah, it's a great cover too.
It is, right? And she loves her hair like that too. She dreads going to the salon every weekend. She doesn't want, like, she's happy with her appearance as it is. So it's basically about that struggle going back and forth. You meet some of her family. There's some unkind family members as well, who look a certain part with the straight hair, and their appearance looks more of like what Marlene's mother would want her to look like, in a sense. But again, then you end up finding out why her mom is the way she is. But I struggled a bit there. But I'm not going to pretend to know what it feels like to be in those shoes, because I can't possibly know, right? But you get I would think a lot of readers would get frustrated with the mom in this book, because it's like you can't help. For me personally, I couldn't help but want to scream, like, what are you doing to your kid? Right? What are you doing? But then I ended up having more sympathy when I got the full story. But still, family, right?
The struggle.
The struggle. But I think this is a book that really made me think about part of some people's life that I never really put much thought into. It really made me think about it. And so for that, I am so glad I read it. I think we all should read this book, quite frankly. Because I think the deeper thing that I got out of it was just more so how we see people by based on their appearances, their hair, their clothes, their build, and all that. But yeah, I think I ended up giving it 4 stars. Am I going to grab a copy for my collection? I don't know, only because for me, I it's like one of those books, I don't know if I'll read it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it gives you all the feels. Definitely does. But Kristan, I think this is like when people say like a Kristan book, like I can't wait to see like what your thoughts are after you read it. It's important. This book is very important. I'll put it that way.
I love that. Yeah. And I'm glad you liked it so much. That's one that people are going to get tired of me saying this. I took that off from the library and I had to take it back.
That could be a whole show.
That had a hold on it. So I really had to take it back,
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go back and get it for sure. Maybe this weekend I need to go to the library and just pick up all the things that you read and then just read them all.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Chris saying that first issue is really good. I'm going to have to pick it up for sure. Thank you, William. Mike says, cool cover. Yeah.
Agreed.
This is my one library book that I did read. And it was put out by Amulet Books. And when you see what it is, you're going to be like, of course you read this. And that is the first volume of Bat Cats.
Bat Cats.
Look at this guy.
Cute.
Bat Cat. So Bat Cat is written by a non-binary cartoonist and educator who has had work in the New Yorker as well as Silver Sprocket, which I really like that comic publisher. So, and I say that because Bat Cat is actually struggling. So Bat Cat loves pizza, loves playing video games, loves just being alone in their apartment, right?
I can relate to that.
I mean, who can't, right? And all's well, right? Bat Cat's like living their life, okay? Until one day, Batcat wakes up, and there's a ghosty.
Uh-oh.
And Batcat's like, excuse me, stop haunting my apartment. And then the ghost just like is in every aspect of the apartment. Here's Batcat being very grumpy about the ghost being like bothering Batcat, and they're finally like, I need to get this ghost out of here. I need to get this haunted infestation out of here, right? So they go to this witch, the island witch, which was neither a good witch nor a bad witch. And this island witch is like, okay, I could do this for you, but I need 3 ingredients. So Batcat's like, all right, fine. I guess I'm going to go on the journey to get these 3 ingredients because I'm so annoyed with this ghost in my house and they won't leave me alone. It's a whole thing, right? So then you get to see Batcat go on this journey. Here's the map. Okay. Go on this journey. I'm not going to ruin the whole thing, of course, but throughout this journey, they end up meeting bats. So here's some bats they run into. To get the first ingredient, they had to experience bats. Then to get another ingredient, there were cats. And the bats were just like, you're not batty enough. And the cats were just like, you're not catty enough, right? And so the whole time, Batcat's like struggling with their identity, essentially, just being like, well, why am I not enough for you guys? I'm still a bat. Why am I not enough for you all? I'm still a cat. I am a bat cat. I can be both, you know? Which was a lot of, I mean, clearly, I think there's a gender metaphor in here, right?
Yeah.
And Batcat goes by they, them pronouns, which is just, I mean, so cool for me to like read that and clearly like a really young, I mean, this is probably middle grade, I guess.
Yeah.
Reader book, but that was so cool too. Just,
Yeah.
and I mean, that shouldn't be a groundbreaking sort of situation, right? But it's something I have yet to read in middle grade comics. So that was cool. And it was cool to just like, again, I was just like, oh, it's a cute cover and a cat thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it became like this greater journey for this character and this Batcat. And I loved Batcat as a character.
Aw.
I love the ghost too. I love the whole journey Batcat went on. And I think there's going to be more volumes because it says volume 1 on the side, at least from the library. You know how they add that? I don't know.
Nice.
So I hope there's going to be more volumes. Yeah. So I love this. I gave it 5 stars. This was great.
Nice.
And yeah, because at the end it says the end, or is it? And I was like, I hope not. And I really like the art too. Like the art was wonderful, and there were so many great creatures throughout. And I just felt like I was like, man, I want every kid to read this. I want everyone to read this and just like feel these things and experience this journey and like hopefully find some greater understanding for just like people in general. That's what it felt like. And there was not even a human in this, but you know what I mean? It just like, I loved it. I feel like everyone should read Batcat, and it was great.
Nice.
So, and certainly great for kids as well. So yeah, that was just an unexpected, deeper situation than I thought going in. So it's actually your guys' birthday. Oh, that's great. It's my birthday and Mary's is tomorrow. We're birthday neighbors. Amanda, I'm late, but happy birthdays. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we mentioned you earlier. So.
Yes.
And I'm crying. Mara,
Oh.
you should read Batcat. It's great. A kid's comic about intersectionality. That is cool. Yeah. I mean, totally. Yeah. Because you can draw like several different. Yeah. It was awesome. It was so cool. I'm totally buying Batcat for my niece. You should. And you know what? You should buy it for your niece and read it before you give it to your niece because you'll have a great time, I think. So that is Batcat, Mary. I highly recommend a library pickup for you if you're interested in that. But
yeah, I'm curious now.
Yeah.
All right. As we know, I'm on a Kay O'Neill kick this year.
Yes.
So I read Princess Ever After.
I did too.
Oh, you're sneaky.
So, of course, I've read this before. but I reread it because I knew you were going to read it this time, and I was like, I'm going to read it again. Also because I love it so much.
Yeah,
But you go ahead. As the first time reader, you go ahead.
So it's a fairy tale. It's just such a sweet story. So who's the in the original fairy tale? Who's the woman up in the
Rapunzel, yeah?
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
So I feel like it would you go as far as to say it's a retelling? Sort of like that one part.
I'd say just the tower part, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the tower is kind of like, is it a trope at this point, or was it truly like, perhaps it originated in Rapunzel times?
Maybe.
But I
Maybe.
feel like it just because she even makes a comment. She's like, my hair's not that long.
Yeah.
It's great.
So I'm like the worst with names today. So is it Amira or Sadie up in the tower?
Let's see. Princess Amira rescues. Yeah. Sadie was in the tower. Yeah, I read the back.
Right. Everyone's probably thinking, Mary, that book is so small. How do you not remember the characters' names? So it's Sadie up in the tower. So Amira rescues her. They go on a bit of an adventure for good reason. I'm so afraid to spoil these books. Sorry. Right?
I get it. I do get it.
So I really love, I guess I should show some art too, right? As I talk.
Sure. Should I solo you?
Please.
Okay, you got it.
Well, off the bat, I mean, come on, right?
It's great.
So Sadie's rescued. Sorry, I'm just staring at the art. I love this art.
Yeah.
It's your classic, well, it's a modern classic fairy tale, I'd say. And they meet some people on the way. Oh God, I almost showed a spoiler.
I'm not sure what you're not spoiling. I mean,
well, if you saw what I was about to show.
Oh, then okay.
Because I accidentally skipped to the end.
Oh, got you. Okay.
I almost showed the last page.
I see what you're saying.
So listen, I'm not doing a good job at describing this book. You could take me off the thingy.
Sorry.
Kristan, help me out a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Because I read this first before all of these other books, and I got so emotionally invested in these two that I admit of being a bit fuzzy. I remember it. I adored this. Obviously, I read it in one sitting. Obviously,
I understand.
And it was such a sweet fairy tale. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, real quick, I want to say Lethal Lucha says that's totally what I do. That's what I do with the elephant book you guys told me about.
Oh, awesome.
And Mara's saying we won't remember the books. It's 420. So that's my point. If we're not doing great on this, they're not going to remember anyway.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's fine.
By the way, do you think the nonsense that was going on outside was 420 related?
It certainly could be.
It could be.
Certainly could be. So yeah, this is quite short, but it's kind of fairy tale like, except it turns it on its head. And there's two princesses, and this one rescues this one from the tower. And there's so much more that goes on here. I feel like it has a depth to it that you don't expect from a little book, you know? And maybe that's my theme tonight. Like, you don't expect this depth from the small book. Yeah. Yeah, basically in the back it even says they're two very different princesses with very different strengths. And they're on their journey to figure out what happily ever after really means and how they can find it with each other. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess, that I don't know, boy, this is a struggle right now. I don't know what's happening. But that's just it, like finding happiness and that true definition of it, what that means it's different for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or what you think happiness will be.
Well, and the princess in the tower, like, she has her own struggles with, her body image and, dealing with feeling comfortable with herself and how she looks. And, the other princess is, trying to show that she is just as strong as anyone else could be,
Right.
and they have their own struggles throughout, but they also do like come together in this great way, and it is a lovely little love story as well,
Yeah.
and I love that, and I love the dragon in it. He's look at the little guy, and the creatures they meet are like
Yeah.
so fun. Um,
Well, it's what, actually, that you just showed that I think is he an ogre, I think?
yes,
Well,
I
that's
believe so.
another
Yeah,
I just remembered, like, another theme. It's like, someone may appear as one thing, but then if you take the time to get to know them, they can be something totally different, from
yeah,
your first impression, your first perception of them.
exactly. I feel like there are a lot of like little life things throughout this, like
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
little big life things, right?
Yes, yes.
And Lethal Lucha, if you're still here, I think this is a great one for your niece. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of those books that I'm like, oh man, I wish all
Yeah.
younger kids would read something like this, because you will get different things. It's
Yep.
it's one of those that doesn't feel like the life lessons, let's say, are hitting
Yes.
you over the head or anything. Like,
Yes.
it's just a great part of the story,
Mhm.
and I think many adults probably need to read something like this too.
Yep.
And they'll learn a little something. But yeah, it's lovely, and again, it's a lovely little love story too. These end pages are
The
so
best.
cute. They're
The
so
best.
cute.
I kept staring at
Ah,
them.
I love them. It's great.
That would
It's
be
just
great
great.
great wrapping paper.
Yeah, it would. But it's Kay O'Neill, who
I
of
know.
course did Tea Dragon Society and many other amazing books. The Moth Keeper we recently loved. And I loved rereading this, and I will keep rereading this throughout my life, I think. And just, it's a little joy. It's a little joy. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad you liked it too.
Thank you. I think I gave it 5 stars.
I of course did.
Yeah.
Yes. That's very nice, Mike. You guys always do great. Always have a
Oh,
fun time. Thank
thank you,
you.
Mike.
So we went to her
Hmm.
first con. She dressed up as Molly from Lumberjanes. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
She's asking about more series. Do you have any suggestions? Okay. Wow. Wow, the pressure. So she likes Lumberjanes, which I love that she likes Lumberjanes. Love that she dressed up as Molly. That is truly the coolest. Um I what's that school series you and I both like? What's it called?
Oh,
Something Brooke. It's
oh
with
boy.
Crush,
Awkward.
Awkward. I think Awkward went first, right?
I know that there's this thing on the internet.
Middlebrook or something? I can't remember the school name of the series.
I'll
Oh,
find it.
Sheet series, maybe that's a great one too. It's a little like the characters are a little older, but if she likes Lumberjanes, I feel like she could get into Sheets. Yeah, definitely Sheet series, which is going to be 3 books.
Wait, am I Oh, here it is. Berrybrook Middle School.
Berrybrook. There we go. I knew it was something Brook.
It's by Wait, hold on. I'll
Svetlana something.
Yeah, I don't know how to say her last name.
They're all great. Those books are so great. I think you can get a box set now, Lethal.
Oh,
But
yeah?
yeah, I think so, because there are like 4 books now. I haven't read that last one. I need to. But they're all great. Or maybe just give her Awkward. I think it starts with Awkward. And what's
Yeah.
great about those is like there's one word, so they kind of focus on that theme throughout it. So the first one is about feeling awkward ultimately. But there are so many great characters, and each book thereafter follows a different character that you were introduced to like in the other book.
Yeah.
Which is just really cool how that, like, so you eventually kind of get to know everyone in that in the friend group or like in the school. I think you love them too, right? Like, they're just great.
Yeah, I can't remember where I fell off, but there's no reason why. I really enjoyed them when I read them.
Yeah, they're great. I also think of Zeta the Space Girl is a great series.
I never read that
That's
one.
Yeah, that's aimed at like maybe middle grade or so. I don't know the age ranges for some of this, but
Yeah.
Zeta the Space Girl, it's very, very fun as well. I think someone who likes Lumberjanes would like that too. What else? I know we've read a ton, but those are like the series that pop up in my head first, at least right now. And if she hasn't read the Tea Dragon
Oh,
Society yet,
yeah.
please, please, please. Book's called Awkward. Yeah. Let's see. I'm like, I don't think I can link it, but
Yeah,
James probably can.
it's a Berrybrook Middle School series.
Yeah, if you look up the Berrybrook Middle School series, they should all pop up.
And it's berry like a berry.
Mm-hmm.
Berry Brook.
Chris is recommending the Click series. I've seen those. I haven't read those though. I don't think I've read those. So yeah, those are good ones. I would also recommend a book I read. This series has been great so far. If your niece likes cats, Cat and Cat Adventures.
Oh my god, those cats are adorable.
I right? Okay, and of course there's a one-eyed cat, so you know I'm very partial to that one. Like, I love the art in these. They're so cute. So there's 2 books now. The first one was great as well. And yeah, the art is just super cute. And you follow these 2 cats who are like besties, and they're lovely and they're so nice. And they go on this journey, and this time they're going on a journey to like get the Goblet of Infinity, which will ultimately give them infinite drinks, like sodies and stuff, water, you know, whatever you call them. Yeah, I said sodies. That's what we say here in the house.
Is that some regional term, or is that just something you and Reed say?
I think it's something me and Reed say. I regionally would probably say soda, but or I mean, there's a lot of Coke around here as well. The all-purpose Coke term.
Oh, people say Coke, and it could mean
Yeah, there's a lot of
anything?
that around here. Yeah.
Okay.
But I grew up with that. I think we always said Coke.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't do that anymore. Anyway, also because I can't drink caffeine. So, but the first book, they got the quest for snacks. So they got kind of like an unlimited snacks thing, and now they're like, well, we need the Goblet of Infinity so we can have all the drinks with the snacks. So it starts out as like a silly journey, and it ultimately still, you know, there are silly parts to it, but they meet all these characters that, again, with a lot of all ages books, like you do get those kind of life lessons and stuff.
Right.
But I think it was just like, it's just so well done and so fun. And there were like, you know, there are these moments where like they ran into like this little demon creature.
I love that.
Yeah,
Are
and this
Are they
what's that?
underwater?
I think they're looking through something, but this like barracorn, which is a bear unicorn, they run into this character who's on the cover, and they meet them, and they're like, oh, we're like, you know, they become friends and help go on this journey to find this goblet, right? And they run into this little demon guy who's like trying to push this big wheel of cheese up the hill to like its family, because this demon is like, I have to get cheese to my family, but I keep like, it keeps falling on me because I'm a little guy, you know. So he's like, you know, I need help. And the cats were like, oh yeah, we should help him. And this bear is like, no, these creatures are known to be like terrible, like we shouldn't trust them, you know. So there are those kind of moments where, but the cats are like, no, we need to help people. And like, it's just lovely. It's lovely, and I loved it. I love the art, and you know what? Love it without a dust jacket.
Whoa.
How cute is that? Right?
Yeah.
Love it so much.
What a nice surprise.
I know, right? And I feel like that doesn't happen a lot with like the younger audience books, you know, or the all ages kind of books. But this was lovely, and I'm excited for more of it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I got. I gave it 5 stars. Oh, Awkward is also on IST. Thank you, James.
Nice.
Yeah, James is linking like wild.
Love that.
My dad's doing it too. Both with cheese. That's funny. So what else did you read?
I have a fuzzy memory of reading this and loving it.
Mm-hmm.
This was, I forget which one I read first. But anyway, it's another Kay O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were going to do it. I knew it.
I did reread this. Yes, I did.
Isn't it funny how the color looks different?
I was just going to say, our cameras are very different, aren't they? In real life, which one's more accurate, you think?
Well, yours...
We're just staring now.
Are we playing peekaboo? It's
Which
birthday peekaboo. yours looks very orange to me.
Yeah,
Does it in person?
I guess not. I guess
Maybe,
not.
is it your shirt?
Is it? I mean, my
Well,
shirt's red.
your shirt's red, but your shirt looks a little orange to me.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's mine then. How long are we going to do
Well,
this?
is it my shirt?
I love it.
Wait, oh, James thinks it's
Oh.
probably my cover.
Oh, I thought you were referring to this. Probably Mary's cover. You know what? Probably, because I think it's more like
A peach.
yeah, like a peachy kind of. Oh, it's so good. I loved it. I love those pages.
Okay. So I gave this 5 stars. I say that first.
Of course.
Because
Of course.
these Kay O'Neill books I started with. That was in the beginning of the week. My memory is fuzzy. But here's what I remember about what I read. So a daughter and father go to this like harbor beach town, seaside town. I think that's a better description. To go visit the little girl's aunt. And she really bonds with her aunt. I love their relationship
Me
so
too.
much. It was like almost like I feel like the aunt is like a mentor, like a role model to this girl. I think her name's Lana. Lana. And there she basically discovers a bit more about her family. And it's really a lot of this book has to do with like respecting wildlife and the sea life. And you learn a bit about her father's struggles, some things he doesn't want to face. I know what that is, but I don't know if that's a spoiler. Is that a spoiler, Kristan? Like, might be, I guess.
About the mom?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty much set from the beginning. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah. Everyone's probably thinking like, you guys are doing pretty good,
I'm
but then
glitching out.
these Kay O'Neill books, you're like short circuiting the both of
Which
you.
is so funny because I reread these. Like I've read them before, and I'm still like, I guess I mean the fact that it's from the beginning. You know that her mom has passed away.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure if I should say it or not.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like from the beginning.
I'm like, let me see that.
I think it was. I think this is established at the beginning because you get to like you're following the girl and her feelings about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty soon in the beginning.
I'm just laughing because we're both flipping through the book.
Yeah, we're
like, I'm sure this is so exciting.
Hold on, guys. We're just gonna read it again.
We're gonna reread it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so you want me to jump in? I can jump in.
I'd really appreciate it if you
You're
jumped
like,
in.
I wish you would. So yeah, they go to this seaside cove situation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're like, that's not
in the title.
Yeah, Aquacorn Cove.
Can I read one thing? Can I interrupt you?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Before the book even starts, it says, "This book is for everyone who protects the sea and for those who will inherit the responsibility. Thank you for taking care of our beautiful world."
Lovely. Lovely. But yeah, you're following this little girl who goes to visit her aunt, and yeah, her aunt's awesome. You get to experience their relationship and her dad and their struggles with losing her mom, which is a constant in their life, of course. But this town was, they have to help clean it up. There's been like bad weather that's come through.
The storms.
Yeah, there's a big storm that came through, and so they're there to like help clean up this town. And throughout that, the little girl, she at some point finds this little aquacorn, which is a like seahorse-like creature, and where the name comes from. Who she ends up like, who's sick, and she finds it, and she, helps. Yeah, there we go. Let me solo this because the art's just beautiful as always with any Kay O'Neill book, and I love the little aquacorn. So cute, love it. I love the creatures throughout this book too. And it ultimately does come back to this town is fishing in this water, and they've always only said they're going to take what they need to survive and maybe a little bit to sell too. And like every year, it's kind of gotten worse and worse, and they need more and more and more.
Right.
And the beans in the water, we ultimately learn are kind of struggling from this. So it has a like bigger story again than a little book, bigger story than you expect, right? But at the same time, very K. O'Neill and very like what you think is gonna like it's gonna be great. That's ultimately what it's gonna be great. They're great relationships, and again, great like LGBT rep as in any K. O'Neill book too. And I loved it again for a reread. I mean, I'll keep rereading it forever. And you know what's great, Mary?
What, Kristan? I've shown like the whole book almost.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
There's actually a board game.
Oh no.
For Aquacorn Cove.
See how it happens, everyone? She's leaning in,
There's
talking
a board game.
right in a softer voice.
I have it, and I can bring it to Heroes Con.
Have you played it?
I haven't, because Reed won't play it with me.
I'll try it. I'll try.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, love this. You should read it. Did you love it?
I did love it.
Good.
I know my attempt at a review didn't sound like I loved it, but I did.
I understand.
I feel like when I read these last two, I just like got lost in them, and they just after you finish them, you put them down and you just feel so good.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, and you heard some of that. Like, there's some deep topics throughout that as well.
Right.
But you never feel like with any of K. O'Neill's stories, like I feel like you never feel overwhelmed with them.
Yes.
Like I can set them down, and I feel like K. O'Neill's books I've reread more than any books on my shelves.
That's awesome.
Which they're a great size for that as well, and even the Tea Dragon, but they're also just so readable and again so lovely, and just again make you feel good. So if you haven't experienced K. O'Neill yet, Mara, if you should get on that if you haven't.
Yeah.
just call out to Mara. Mara, can we get you into? I don't know how into comics you maybe already were, but K. O'Neill is one you got to check out.
Absolutely.
So, all of their work is awesome. So love that. Did love this joke by you, Mara, by the way. Aren't you glad there's another book about cats? Always, yes. Okay, those books are now in my cart, waiting for me to get paid.
Awesome.
Please let us know how she likes them. Happy birthday, Kristan Mary. I gotta go. We'll watch the rest this week, and good night. Good night, Dad. Thank you for joining.
Good night, Larry. Thank you.
Can we live in K. O'Neill's comic world, please? Truly, right? All the colors would be beautiful. Can be lovely creatures.
Yeah.
And Natural Bridge, yes, I do know who I share a birthday with. Are you asking, or are you saying, hey, it's Hitler? Because I know that. But apparently there's also George Takei and some other cool people, which we love. And, Robert Smith is tomorrow on Mary's birthday.
Yes.
So, do you have more?
That's all I read.
Okay. I know that was kind of both of ours. So, I read The Best Bear Ever, A Little Year of Liz. What's her name? Liz Climo? Who I think did work on The Simpsons, I think.
Oh, really?
Like yeah. I could be wrong. Hold on, let me read this book again real quick. But I gotta say, let me check Goodreads, because I'm like, what did I rate this? I think 4 stars. Okay, so I was gonna say I think it was pretty up there, because I really enjoyed this. And what I will say is, like, these little comics, which I think were like web comics, some of them are like so silly and just wholesome that I generally just really enjoyed myself the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Like this one with a dolphin and an otter here.
Oh.
And the otter saying, like my new tie, my kid got it for me for Father's Day. And the dolphin saying, so did mine. And then right under it, a hammerhead shark comes up and says, mine too.
That's cute.
So just like little things like that. Oh, and I love this one too. This is another Father's Day one. Two ducks, and the little duck, who's clearly the baby duck, says, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. I made you a card." And the dad's like, "Aw, where is it?" And the little baby duck's like, "Oops, I must have dropped it." And then like dips down in the water and comes back out with, let's see if that'll focus, with this wet card that says
Aw.
Happy Father's Day, and it's all like, the ink's all run
All
and stuff.
smeared.
And
Yeah.
just really cute little wholesome comics throughout time. And I kind of love that because obviously you and I, like, we like to read deeper stuff. Like, we like to read things that'll like hurt us sometimes, right? And there's important things that need to be told in the world. But I
Yeah.
also think there's a great section of life that we all need to live in that is like this, or like a Kay O'Neill book, right? Where you're going to get both in one.
Yeah.
But these were just so light that I just had a nice time reading it, right? Like they were all like little creatures. I mean, just even like, what a nice day. I think I'll go for a walk.
Oh, I have a weakness for little animals like
Like a
this.
little hamster, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was just so fun and I really liked it. And that's it. So I think she's put out more of these that I'm gonna have to check out. But this one's called The Best Bear Ever.
Nice.
A little year of Liz. And I got it used, so it's a little dirty, but
You can't tell from here.
I mean, okay, good, good.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Here we go, Chris. Thank you. She worked on The Simpsons 2003 to 2017.
Huh. Cool.
That's awesome. Mara says good night. Take care and be well. Chat soon. Thank you for being here, Mara. Take
Good night,
care. Have a
Mara.
good night. Fred says hello, Kristan Mary. Joining after my karate class. Happy birthday. Thank you,
Yeah,
Fred.
very cool. Thank you.
So I read that. Another little weird one I read. I feel like I read a lot of little weird animal books. This one's called The Diary of Edward the Hamster,
Oh.
1990 to 1990.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's a hamster. So
Oh no.
I know.
Kristan.
I know.
This
I know.
reminds me of your sad facts book.
Well, I will tell you. So the cover drew me in with the cigarette and
Oh my God.
the lighter, right?
It's amazing.
I got this used somewhere for probably $1 or something. You know how I do. But I gave it 3 stars. I did like it. But there were just some weird moments where I was like, why is what? And it is really set up like a diary of a hamster. And you will get little bits of his life. And he's very philosophical, actually. Yeah. And I guess most hamsters aren't, because there is at some point where he gets a little hamster friend. And that guy, just too dumb for Edward. He's like, I can't even have a smart conversation with this, kid, that kind of thing. But, here's an example of a diary entry you'll find in here, okay? I've just picked one at random. So I've decided to use the wheel, but only at night when they're sleeping. I'll scratch and crawl and rattle the cage just to annoy them, to show them I will not do tricks. That if I do anything, it's for me, not them. And then it's like the next page is like, the smaller one came for me today and tried to pick me up, but I ran and hid in the hay. She soon stopped. So just the diary of this little hamster, right. And it's entertaining. It is entertaining, but ultimately I was like, okay, there's not much to this. I gave it a 3. That was fine, but I'm glad I read it. It was worth the little, I believe was like $1, if that, pickup, nice. Which is always fun. So
yeah, you can't resist that.
Yeah, of course. And finally, my 1-star read.
Uh-oh.
Of course, it was a Kickstarter book. Of course, it was a Magnetic Press book. What's going on?
I can't believe this.
Right? I'm so glad I stopped backing their Kickstarters, because it clearly was a mistake. And that's Small World.
Oh, yeah. I remember you showing that.
Yeah, because it's shiny. It's got a Peach Momoko cover. It's got a ribbon. We love that. We love the hard edges, or the curved edges, rather.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't even know what to say about this book.
Really?
So you ultimately follow, you know what? I'm going to read the back.
Okay.
I think it's good for that because I haven't read this. I kind of just glanced at it, but our main character who isn't on the cover is on the regular cover. Let's see, where is he? Well, some of this I can't show you. So, okay, a little too violent. But his name is Pedro. So on the back it says, "Hi, I'm Pedro. Dream dive with me, and I'll show you all the horror, filth, and vice of Small World. If you're scared, you can go back to the kids' dreams your mommy programmed for you. You
Wow.
have 15 seconds to make up your mind." And that's the end. So it's a cyberpunk fairy tale, as I say on the back. And these kids, so it's in like a futuristic world where these kids can put on their like dream helmets or what. I'm not sure how it was depicted as far as like a helmet or like what it was, but this thing to help you have like nice sweet dreams, you
Okay.
know. And then people, like kids, started figuring out how to like hack these things and get past like the fake facade of like, you know, how sweet and everything is, and like really have an intense, like scary kind of dream, right?
Yeah.
And so they start doing that, and this girl, I think, did the girl start doing it? Basically, she meets this character that's in this dream world in real life, and it's way more intense than, of course, the sweet dream world is. And I had such a problem with a lot of the art and these characters. Like, none of the characters ultimately were likable at all. The main girl that you follow is pretty young and shouldn't be in some situation. Like, some of it was just kind of weird, and it was quite intense, but like not in a fun way. And I'm trying to get at a good example of like how much I don't like this art. Here we go. Here's some. But I just, from a quick glance on the Kickstarter, I thought I was going to enjoy this, but there was just so much of. Let's see if we can get like these weird like pouty lips throughout. That really bothered me. I don't know. Like there were just like look at her eyes. What are we doing here? I don't know. I don't know. It was just too much for me. I didn't like the art, and I didn't like the story. I got to the end and I was like, wow, I hated everything about that, I think. Oh, and there was like an extremely like trigger warning everyone, unnecessary attempt at an assault of this young girl from one of the older male characters in this, and it was just like, yikes.
Yeah.
So there was some yikes moments like that, and again, she's quite young, so it's just there's some weird stuff. She was obsessed with the main boy who was like clearly older than her.
Oh wow.
It just, I didn't like it. Didn't like it. I'm so happy to get rid of this. That's how I feel.
What a shame. It looks like
I know.
those books are made so well.
Yeah.
They look oversized. I don't know. It just seems like it's been one after another that you just.
Yeah, and I think there was like a peak COVID pandemic situation where I was like, yeah, Kickstarter. I
Yeah.
think that's where I backed a lot of my stuff, and then it came in like, you know, sometimes years later.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally getting around to reading it, so I'm like, oh, I think I've finally went through most of it.
Did you?
If not, as far as the magnetic press stuff, I think that's everything, but I think I have one paperback.
Okay. All right. That's really good though.
Yeah.
At least you know.
And you know, I really liked Aster of Pan. Out of all the ones I like, I think did I even keep that? I'm not sure if I kept it, but I did like it.
Okay.
I don't know that I'll reread it, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to get rid of this one at least. Fred says, speaking of Kickstarter, have you looked at that creepy Pinocchio by Beehive Illustrated by Mignola and annotated by Lemony Snicket? No, fell for it. 2 hours left in the campaign.
Oh.
Well, may have to check that out. Is it like a full-fledged, how big is the book kind of thing? I'm super late, but happy birthday, Kristan. Thank you, Michael B. And Mary says tomorrow.
That's okay. Tonight's your special night.
Thank you for that. So that's what we read. Are you currently reading anything?
No. Always when I say no,
Okay.
it's always with that stipulation where I don't want to keep saying things I'm not
I
finished.
understand.
You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
sure. That's not quite the same. I get you.
Okay, good.
And I won't do that either. I won't pick up my dust jacket and wave it around tonight.
Although I do enjoy that.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, maybe just once.
did I pick it up? Nope. I need to. Jessica's like, how long is this going to take?
Right?
I am currently reading. Oop, how did so many bookmarks get in here? Oh, I've like finished books at work. Okay, so these are the bookmarks, by the way. Do you remember those cat bookmarks you sent me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I love them so much. So I've been grabbing those lately.
Oh, cute. Cute.
Yeah, they're lovely. So I am currently reading Spellbound,
Nice.
which is a graphic memoir about a trans woman who basically quits her job and decides she's going to do this graphic memoir that she wanted to do all her life. Like, awesome, right? Well, I'm halfway in. I have initial thoughts. Do I want to talk about that now or when I finish it? I don't know. But I will say I hate the font. I've shown you this, Mary, but
when you sent me that, I didn't realize it was this book.
it's the font book.
Okay.
So I have
Okay.
many, many thoughts besides that.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to save it till I finish.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm going to finish this soon because I have a show on it this weekend.
I was gonna say, is that you have that with
Yeah.
Maddie, right?
I will see. Yes, absolutely, I do. And I'm having some struggles with it.
Whoop.
Yeah, my bookmark fell. If you see that, that is typical for pages of a lot of text, right? And the font's hard to read.
Mm.
Okay, I have 15 minutes. I was given a warning.
Dinner bell.
Dinner bell. And you know, look, I like to read. And there's even a moment where she's talking about these pages she's doing, and she's like, well, I edited some pages and like it's still pretty wordy, but like people need to read more. And I'm like, but like, do we need to read that much? Like
I know what you mean. I mean, we read prose books, right? So we're not afraid of reading a lot of words.
right.
But I do have to admit, there is something, even though it may sound strange to some, there is something about that. Just looking at that stresses me
Yes.
out.
Right?
Because at a certain point,
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't maybe just write a prose book and have like really cool illustrations within it?
Yes.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
I guess we're more so talking about the formatting of it then, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's certainly part of my struggle, as well as there's certain parts that I definitely will dive into more on the show with Maddie, and next time when I finish this on this show as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm halfway through, and I'm not liking it as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. But I'm halfway through. It could turn around.
You're right.
Keeping my mind open, but that's pretty much all I'm reading right now. So
Nice.
Batman has Zelda on the brain from the new trailers. Think I might read some more Twilight Princess manga soon. That's fun. I have that whole Zelda box set that I read a little bit of it, but I never finished it. So I should go back to that, like the manga box set. Yeah, let's get that. Anyway, so what do you want to read coming up soon?
Well, I must say, my pile of possibilities for this upcoming week all come via the birthday girl here, Comic Slayer, because I received my birthday box today. How's that for timing?
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So I don't have everything on the table that was in the box. I have 4 books here. 2 are from the pile we call them like, oh, I'm sure we've referenced it on shows before, like, oh, I'll put that in your next care package.
Oh, yes.
So 2 are from the care package category, and 2 are gifts, birthday gifts. So I'm going to start with the one that made me chuckle the most. So Kristan read this book and was like, I think you may have even said you hated it. I'm not 100% sure.
I can't remember either. Let me figure out while you talk about it.
I also sort of think it was when you're like, I don't know what I just read kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So with those 2 things, that's all I needed to hear. And I knew you were going to get rid of it. And I think I just flat out asked if you could send it to me.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, you got it.
So I don't know if you all remember, but the book I'm talking about is Stages of Rot. Um, and just flipping through it, I mean, I do have to say, I do like the colors are pretty darn cool,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
right?
even the
Um,
illustrations, they're pretty
yeah,
beautiful. I
but
really like the art.
I can't wait to see what the story was that made you have certain reactions. Um,
Yep. There are stages of rot.
wait, I'm trying to look for like something to show. It's all sort of strange looking out. It's not like I could spoil something,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. It's so strange that I don't think you
Yeah.
could.
Um, yeah, this looks. I mean, it just looks like. I mean, come on. But so I'm very curious to see. Did you look up what you rated it?
I rated it 2 stars.
You gave it 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so you must have. It must
I
have been the illustrations.
I
And
think yeah, that was a generous 2 for the art. I think is what it was. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't want to sound like I'm being a weirdo here because like I am very excited once I show you the other books. But just how my personality is, I think I'm going to start with this one because I can't wait to see what your experience was with it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And it's a great cover too, right? And the book's quality is beautiful.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
got the
shiny in the front. Yeah, I got the
French
French flaps.
flaps that we all
Love
love.
that. Yes.
Why do we love the French flaps so
I
much?
don't know, but they're nice, aren't they?
They really
I
are.
don't know. They kind of
Yeah.
protect the sides.
I think
know?
that's yeah.
Something about it. I don't know.
There's just something about it.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
I
on
look
the
forward to
list.
that. It's
I
also
can't wait.
a very quick journey.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
It's the opposite of was
Oh,
it like
yeah.
Spellbound?
Spellbound, yeah.
Are there any words? Oh, I see a couple.
There's a bit. And there is a story, so you do have to like take your time,
Yeah.
I guess, but is there? There's a story, but is there? There's some rot
Right.
stages of them. Yeah. I look
So-
forward to this.
And I have to say, we always talk about like
Oh,
feel.
it feels it's a beautifully made book. I mean, it kind of broke my heart to like let it go, really. I mean, not really after I read it, but I was like, wow, I really thought I'd like that, but it's too bad.
And I forget, how did you where did you find this book?
Oh, are you going to be surprised when I say Kickstarter?
Kristan.
I know. I kickstarted it with the I don't have it near me, but the Frog in the Fall book that I read?
Yes, yes.
So it's the same person, I think.
Oh, that's with
the weird, yeah. So I got it for that, but then you can back both and you get the other one for like cheap. So that's what I did. So
hey.
I don't know. Yeah. That's fine. I like the other one more. Clearly, I get that. Okay, so Lethal Lucha. Read if you're watching this. Listen to this band. Do you ever utilize the French shop as a bookmark? No. No, that would hurt the French flap.
Yeah.
But hey, if you do it, good for you. I don't mind.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep going?
Keep going, yeah.
Okay. And I realize you have a time limit, so I won't go on as much. So this is one I believe that both you and Reed enjoyed. The cover, I was like, if you're getting rid of that, I have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
How to Pick a Fight. Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, look at this cover. And the art. I mean, the color palette is like beyond. Look at this.
Yeah, beautifully made book.
Yeah.
And I will say, I believe I gave it 4 stars.
Did you give it 4?
It was just something I wasn't going to keep. I believe so, but let me check.
Yeah. And I totally know what you mean by that. Just because you give something 4 stars, it doesn't mean it needs to stay in your collection or you're going to read it again.
Yeah, I gave it 4.
Nice.
Maybe one day. Yep. Boom. So yeah, it was just one of those things. I was like, I'm probably not going to reread this. I had a good time with it. I will say that spine though rules too. It's a great spine. Yeah. Love that spine.
Yeah. And I know you already talked about what this is about, so I won't go into it because I know we're in a time crunch, and I do want to hear what you're going to read next too. So,
okay.
So now we've gone into the birthday gift pile for me. You did tell me about this one, and I'm so excited to have it in my hands. It's the Catman of Aleppo.
Yeah, so if you see, I tried to get the Ollie sticker off, but then I was like, one, I told her it's from Ollie's. Two, I can't get it off. So
It's
like,
it's tough.
it's like I'll let her do that.
And you said this is based on a true story,
Yes,
which is amazing. I
and
can't
the
wait.
art's beautiful, right?
That's what I'm looking at now. I can't wait
Yeah.
to. I mean, look at this. It's pretty big too. This book.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
It's
that.
very nice quality. Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved the
beautiful.
story, and I read it and immediately was like, well, one, I'd already grabbed you a copy, so like I saw it in the store and I just grabbed you one, and then I was like, oh, great! I'm glad this is actually really good because I didn't know.
Yeah.
No,
So it's based in Syria. Is it right after the war?
I believe so. Yes.
So Mohammed, he's an ambulance driver. He stays behind. And he ultimately ends up caring for these cats. And yeah, I can't wait to check this out. Oh, is that the dinner
After
bell?
after or during the war, one of the two. Was
Okay,
there a dinner bell?
I heard the door.
Oh no, he didn't know.
Oh, I'm hearing things.
No,
Okay.
but I have about 5 minutes left, I think. So
Okay, last one is, I mean, even still in the shrink wrap, uh, Primordial,
Mhm.
which is awesome that you got me this because I was going to read it on Hoopla. And of course, it's more fun to have the physical copy and read it.
Yeah,
And I forget, I believe you enjoyed this. This is, of course, the
I
Jeff
did.
Lemire book.
Yes,
Um, oh, look at the back. I see dogs.
there are dogs involved.
Nothing happens, right?
I don't
Oh,
think
no.
so. No,
Okay.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I was like, no, I
Um,
don't think so. I feel like I would remember that, right?
so it says it's a mind-bending sci-fi and Cold War thriller collide in the 6-issue series by the best-selling Eisner-winning creative team behind Gideon Falls. Oh, I didn't know that. It's the same whole team?
Yeah,
Awesome.
except there's not like scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fun, and I think you may enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, yeah, of course. That's a great stack. I'm a little biased, but it is.
Of course, yes.
I grabbed some, but I didn't go nuts. So look at me. That's good for my time
You.
limit. And Reed helped pick out a lot of these. So thank you,
Okay.
Reed. The Book of Leviathan.
Oh.
This is one that Reed actually picked out in a store, and I was like, I don't know if he knew something about it or what, but it looks so interesting. And let me get to like, there's a big cat. So I was like, there's a faceless boy and a big cat.
Oh boy.
And the art's pretty beautiful though, right? Like there's
Yeah.
some color work throughout this too.
Nice.
I don't know anything about it, but it looks super weird and interesting. So on the back, someone said it's the greatest, weirdest thing.
Hey, that's
There we
all
go.
you need.
That's all I need, right? Reggie 12. This is a book that has been on my shelf for too long now. Who put this out? Drawn and Quarterly put this out. I believe we just found this in a Half Price Books or something.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's like oversized, and I picked it up and I was like, oh, there's like a cool color palette, and I like the art. And something
Nice.
about a robot. You guys can tell I haven't read these, right? This also has been sitting on the shelf for a while. This was also a Kickstarter, but this is Jeff Smith who did Bone.
Oh, okay.
This is his newer series he's working on, Tukey. This is the first book. I just haven't picked it up and read it yet. And I got these for read when they were on Kickstarter, but it looks fun, looks good, and I need to read
Nice.
it. And I love Jeff Smith art, and I'd like to read this before HeroesCon because he will be there.
Oh.
So, that would be fun. And then Benito Mamba. This has also been on my shelf for a bit. I found this used. Humanoids put this out. I was like, who put this out? And the art just looks like I like it. I just like the art. It's about is it a boy? Benito dreams of becoming a mambo dancer, but his outraged billionaire father forbids the little boy's dancing destiny and exiles him from the family home. It's a whimsical, heartfelt fable about following your dreams. Love that.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, and the art looks really cool, and I just want to see him dance, right? He should be able to dance. So there's that. And one final thing, shout out to Jessica for this birthday present. this is one, yeah, thank you, Jessica, so much. This is one I really want to dive into. She's been talking to me lately about her Star Wars Extended Universe reading. And I was like, where do I need to start? I was like, because this is something like I've had this interest in Star Wars for since I was a kid, but I've never really like dove into any of that. So then she gifted me Lost Stars
Very nice.
for my birthday. Yeah, and I will say this is a floppy paperback. And you know how I love a good floppy paperback. That just flops
Absolutely.
open. And it feels so nice, and I love it.
Nice.
So that was very exciting. This is definitely something I want to actually read at some point. And I will say the font size makes me not as scared because, like, you
Yeah.
know, some of these you can pick up and be like, oh no, look at this minuscule font, but it's
Yeah.
not bad. So this would be my first jump into the extended universe, truly, like the novels at least. So
Very cool.
we'll see. But yeah, thank you, Jessica. It's something I definitely want to read at some point soon. And that's that. We did it.
Oh, wait, I have one other quick thing.
Oh, yes.
This was also included in my birthday box, and just more evidence that Kristan is just really trying to get me into the game thing. And I teased, but I was really psyched to open this up.
Good.
Patchwork. She knew it would be perfect
Yes.
for me to try to, you know, reel Kim in to play because it's just for 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristan described it to me as like a board game, but very similar to playing Tetris. So that, of course, is going to get, you know, my interest immediately. So I'm excited to get this and check it out.
I'm so excited for you on this
Yeah.
journey. Patchwork is so fun. It really is. And I'm going to send you that video after this because
Yes, please.
Yeah. But yeah, if anyone's played Patchwork, please let us know in the comments. It's great. And Jessica will be stoked too. She loves Patchwork.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, that's great. I think it just really depends on the size of the book if there's potential for bending damage. That makes sense. Yeah, if it's like a smaller one. Man, nothing happens to the dog but the monkey. Yeah, that's where I hesitated. I was like, not the dog. But it's not really a spoiler, I think, because there's, I don't know.
All
Love Jess Smith. He's great, Johnny. Kristan, stop everything and read Lost Stars now. It is the best novel in the new canon. Hayden, I was waiting for you to pop in if you were still there because I know you've talked about this too. So I am very excited for it. Hopefully soon I will stop everything and read it.
Nice.
I can't make promises. I'm a mood reader, but
it's tough being a mood reader.
I know it really is in this world. Have a good night,
and
hope you have wonderful birthdays. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for being here, and thank you everyone else who said happy birthday and spent my birthday with me. I appreciate it, and thank you, Mary, as always, for being here as well.
Thank you for having me.
And if anyone's watching this later, please let us know in the comments what you've read and also what I should get with my IST gift card that I actually intended to spend during the show, but I forgot. So help me out. What should I get, everyone? Leave a comment later and then I'll look at it and maybe buy the thing.
The pressure.
Because I got a gift card. I'm very stoked. So yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you everyone again. And we hope you have a great 420.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.